So I was standing in line about 2 weeks ago to see Rob Bell and another speaker just lecture for a night. Both of these are Christians, but as we were standing in line, there was a group of, I guess it'd be evangelists, handing out tracts in this line. Now, I don't know if they knew who was teaching that night or who was speaking that night at the Royal Oak Music Theater, or maybe they did know and they thought that anyone who was going to hear that was clearly in need of help and needing to hear something. But as I was approached by this person with $1 million bills with the face of Jesus on them, they began to ask me these questions like, how do you know you're going to get to heaven, and who is Jesus, and all these kinds of questions. And they're kind of, they're looking for the right answer or the wrong answer. And I was just so annoyed and so bothered by it. And I think I was bothered because they didn't really care. And it was just like, if you give me the right answer, I'll move on. You give me the wrong answer, then I'm going to give you the right one. But you're kind of being baited in some way. It was weird, right? I don't know if you've ever encountered that. Even when you might even believe exactly the same things, but it was so weird to be encountered in that way. One of our values here at Genesis is that we're missionaries. But it's not, I really hope we don't sort of live that out in that way where we're just trying to bait people in some way and say, oh, do you know the right answer to these 3 questions? And if you do, then great, I'll move on. And if you don't, then I'm going to give you the right answer. But we think that being missionaries is joining with something that God is actually doing in the world. That He is looking to renew it, and He's looking to rescue it, and He's looking to restore things that are broken. Not just people's answers to hard questions, right? But to really restore lives. And so when we want to live into this value that we're missionaries, it's about that. It's about joining with a good God who loves us and wants to rescue and restore the world. And that by His great plan, He wants to include people like you and me to be a part of that everywhere we are. So I hope you join us as we hear and as we learn about our values, and especially this one about being missionaries, and hopefully in not an incredibly offensive or weird way.